You see them everywhere. The squishy face, the adorable helpless snort, the French Bulldog, the Pug, the Bulldog, the multi-billion-dollar darlings of Instagram. They make us smile, they melt our hearts, and we spend fortunes on them. But what if the very thing that makes them cute is a life sentence of agony? What if your love for this look is the one thing keeping a cycle of genetic disaster going? Before you click away, I'm going to show you a piece of veterinary footage that will force you to see your favorite breed in a horrifying new light. Stick around, because the answer involves a specific, little-known law in Norway that might soon come to your country. Welcome to Animal Facts. Today, we're not just talking about animal health, we're talking about animal ethics and owner accountability. We're asking the question, is owning a flat-faced dog animal cruelty? Let's start with the facts, and they are brutal. The flat face, or brachycephaly, we bred into these dogs is a genetic deformity. It's not an inconvenience, it's a constant, chronic state of suffocation known as BOAS, Brachycephalic Obstructive Airway Syndrome. Imagine breathing through a pillow for your entire life. That's the reality for a significant portion of these breeds. Fact check. Studies show up to 50% of pugs and Frenchies require surgery just to open their airways enough to live a semi-normal life. We're talking about dogs collapsing after a short walk, suffering from chronic pain and enduring temperatures that other dogs handle easily because they literally cannot pant to cool themselves. They are living in a constant medical emergency. Now think bigger. 6.3 million animals enter shelters every year in the U.S. Nearly 1 million are euthanized. And while that is happening, we have breeders intentionally creating more animals, many of whom come with a known $3,000 to $10,000 lifetime veterinary bill just for breathing. The argument for banning commercial breeding isn't about hating your dog. It's about a single, simple math problem. I'm going to reveal 2 key global events, one in Norway, one in the Netherlands, that prove bans can work to reduce suffering, but you won't believe the shocking criminal outcome one of these policies created. But hold on. The moment you suggest a ban, you face an army of dedicated, passionate owners who say, "How dare you call me a cruel person?" Their argument is powerful and valid. They say, we are responsible. We are the victims of generalizing attacks. They bought their dog from a reputable breeder who did all the expensive genetic health testing. They pay for high-quality food, specialized cooling mats, and dedicated vet care. They argue that the suffering isn't caused by the breed, it's caused by the irresponsible puppy mills that rush to capitalize on the trend. And this is where the argument gets dangerous. If we ban pugs and bulldogs today, what's next? German shepherds for hip dysplasia? Cavalier King Charles Spaniels for heart disease? Almost every popular purebred dog has a known health risk. The slippery slope argument is real. Do we eliminate all purebreds and the dedicated breeders who work to improve the health of these dogs?
More importantly, critics say that banning anything just creates a black market. Think about it. If the demand for a flat-faced dog is high and the legal supply vanishes, where do those puppies come from? Unregulated, unsanitary, illegal operations that have zero vet checks and zero concern for welfare. In the next segment, we're going to look at Norway's court-ordered breeding ban and the immediate aftermath that threatened to send the country's animal welfare back decades. The ban was a victory, until it wasn't. The solution isn't always regulation. Sometimes regulation creates a monster. Let's look at 2 real-world attempts to solve the purebred crisis. In 2022, a court in Norway essentially banned the breeding of bulldogs and Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. Animal welfare advocates cheered. The court decided that breeding these dogs, due to their inherent genetic issues, violated Norway's Animal Welfare Act. The outcome? A clear, powerful legal message. Animal suffering outweighs human desire for a specific look. But the unintended consequence was immediate. Breeders warned that the ban would fuel the black market. Owners who desperately wanted these breeds simply started importing puppies illegally from Eastern Europe or the UK. Puppies with zero health checks, often transported in appalling conditions. Norway tried to save the dogs, but some argue they just outsourced the cruelty. Contrast that with the Netherlands. Instead of an outright ban, they introduced a strict short muzzle test. A dog's snout must be a certain length relative to its skull to be bred or imported legally. The outcome? Breeders had an incentive to breed healthier dogs with slightly longer snouts, a move toward health, not aesthetics. But even this solution had a loophole. Owners who insisted on the most extreme, flattest-faced dogs simply used informal networks to smuggle puppies in. The very dogs the law was meant to protect were being brought in without oversight, potentially worsening their health. No policy is perfect, and every ban creates a new problem. So we've come full circle. We know the scientific facts. These dogs suffer. The question isn't if they suffer, it's who is responsible for ending it. Is it the vet, who must perform painful, expensive surgery to fix what humans broke? Is it the breeder, who must choose a lifetime of health over the aesthetic perfection of a show ring? Or is it you, the potential owner, whose wallet is the single greatest tool of enforcement? Your desire to see that cute, squishy face might be innocent, but the money you spend is the fuel. We must choose between the aesthetic satisfaction of a specific breed and the moral obligation to prevent a creature's suffering. We've uncovered the shocking truth behind the purebred crisis. Now it's time for you to weigh in. What law would you support? A total ban like Norway's, or a strict health standard like the Netherlands? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because next week on Animal Facts, we're diving into a controversy even hotter than this one. Should all commercial pet breeding be made illegal to prioritize shelter adoption? You won't want to miss it.